The chicken blood dripped from Seyi's forehead as his Aunty Kemi chanted strange words in the darkness. His promotion interview was in 3 hours, and he was standing half naked in his backyard, wondering how his life had come to this. Welcome to AwoTales, where African stories come alive. If you're enjoying this tale, please subscribe to our channel and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. We love hearing from our global family. 3 weeks earlier, Seyi was on top of the world. The 28-year-old accountant had just finished his biggest project at Lagos Corporate Bank, and his manager, Mr. Adebayo, had hinted that a senior position was opening up. "Keep up the good work, Seyi," Mr. Adebayo had said, with a knowing smile. "Good things are coming your way." But then, everything started falling apart. First, his laptop crashed the night before his big presentation. All his files vanished into thin air. Seyi spent the whole night recreating his work, drinking coffee and praying to stay awake. The next morning, he got food poisoning from his usual breakfast spot, while his colleagues watched his presentation on a backup computer. Seyi was rushing to the bathroom every 10 minutes. His face was green, and he could barely speak without feeling sick. "Maybe you should go home," Mr. Adebayo suggested, looking worried. The following week, Seyi's car broke down on his way to the most important client meeting of his career. He arrived 2 hours late, sweaty and embarrassed, only to find that his rival Tunde had stepped in and impressed the clients. "Don't worry about it," Tunde said with a sly grin. "I handled everything." By the third week, when Seyi's phone died during a conference call with the company's biggest investor, he was ready to give up. That's when his mother suggested he visit Aunty Kemi. "Your Aunty Kemi has experience with these things," his mother whispered over the phone. "She can see what others cannot see." Aunty Kemi was his father's sister, a dramatic woman in her 50s who wore colorful head ties and spoke in riddles. She lived in a house filled with strange bottles, dried herbs, and mirrors of all shapes and sizes. "Ah, Seyi," she exclaimed when he knocked on her door. "I've been expecting you. The spirits told me you would come." Seyi rolled his eyes but followed her inside. "Sit down, my child," Aunty Kemi said, studying his face carefully. "Someone is using Juju on you. I can see it clearly. Your aura is very dark." "Auntie, I don't believe in all this." "Shh," she raised her hand. "The person doing this to you, it's someone close. Someone who sees you every day. Someone jealous of your success." Seyi thought about Tunde immediately. They had started at the company the same time, but Seyi always performed better. Tunde had been acting strange lately, too friendly, too helpful. "What do I do?" Seyi asked, surprising himself. Aunty Kemi smiled mysteriously. "Come back tomorrow at midnight. Wear only white clothes, bring 3 white candles, a white chicken, and be ready to fight for your destiny." The next night, Seyi found himself in Aunty Kemi's backyard, dressed in white clothes, holding a confused chicken. His auntie had drawn strange symbols on the ground with chalk and was burning herbs that smelled terrible. "Now, my child," she said, "we must break this curse before your interview tomorrow." She began chanting in Yoruba, dancing around Seyi in circles. Then she took the chicken and Seyi closed his eyes. When he opened them, there was blood on his forehead and feathers everywhere. "The curse is broken," Aunty Kemi announced. "But you must sleep here tonight. The spirits need to finish their work." Seyi spent the worst night of his life on Aunty Kemi's hard couch, listening to her snore and wondering what he had gotten himself into. The next morning, he rushed home, showered 3 times to get rid of the herb smell, and put on his best suit for the interview. To his surprise, everything went perfectly. His presentation was flawless. His answers were confident, and Mr. Adebayo seemed impressed. "Congratulations, Seyi," Mr. Adebayo said at the end. "The position is yours." Seyi was walking to his car, feeling grateful to Aunty Kemi when he saw Tunde crying by his own car. "Tunde, what's wrong?" Seyi asked. "My girlfriend broke up with me," Tunde sobbed. "She said I've been acting strange, too stressed about work. And now I didn't get the promotion either." Seyi felt confused. "But I thought you were using Juju on me." "What?" Tunde looked up, confused. "Juju!" "Say, I've been so worried about my own problems. I barely noticed what was happening to you. I was just trying to help when your car broke down. And during that presentation." That evening, Say went back to thank Aunty Kemi. "Auntie, the Juju worked," he said. "I got the promotion." Aunty Kemi smiled and poured him some tea. "My child, there was no Juju on you." "What?" "Your bad luck was just bad luck. It happens to everyone. But you needed to believe in yourself again. Sometimes we need a little ritual to remember our own power." Say stared at her. "So, the chicken blood was just to make you feel like you had done something to change your situation. Your confidence came back, and you performed well. That's all." Seyi started laughing. "Auntie, you are something else." "And," she added with a wink, "I knew Tunde wasn't your enemy. That boy has been coming here for love advice about his girlfriend for months. He's too worried about his own life to bother with yours." As Seyi drove home that night, he couldn't stop smiling. Sometimes the best magic is believing in yourself. But he would never tell his mother that Aunty Kemi's powers were really just wisdom wrapped in drama. After all, family traditions should stay in the family. Don't forget to subscribe to AwoTales and tell us what you think about Seyi's adventure with Aunty Kemi. Have you ever had a family member who believed they could solve everything with traditional methods? Share your stories in the comments below.